Welcome to Maths with Ish, brought to you by 1 Million Teachers. Now, recall that in my last videos, I talked about the logarithm and I showed you a particular way on how to solve or evaluate any problem on logarithm. Now, that is the approach that we are going to use to solve these two problems on the board. So, let's begin. Now, the first one says evaluate log 1 square root of 1 to 8 base 1 over 8. So the first thing I say we should do is let's equate this to x or to any unknown. So let's log 1 to 8 base 1 over 8 be equal to x. So that is the first approach. This x simply means the value of this. So since we don't know it yet, we do. Now the next thing we are going to do is to convert this to indices. And remember I said that the logarithm is the inverse function of indices, which means that you can actually switch from logarithm to indices and vice versa. So your good knowledge of indices will help you a lot in solving problems on logarithm. And I showed us that approach on how to change this to indices or how to evaluate problem like this by simply giving you an arrow like this, which means go this way, which means to raise, and then you land this way. So let's do that. If we go this way, we are having 1 over 8 raised to the power of x raised, okay, and then equal to square root of 1 to 8. So I said that this singular approach is the way you can use to solve or evaluate any singular problem on logarithm. No matter how the problem comes from and comes by, this is what you will use to solve that particular logarithm problem. Okay, so with this now, we can now write this as 8 raised to the power of minus 1 through our knowledge of indices, while this gives us 1 to 8 raised to the power of half. And then the next, we can write this as 2 raised to the power of minus 3x from our knowledge of indices as well. And then we can write this as 2 raised to the power of 7 over 2. And from our knowledge of indices, since the bases are the same, this is 2, this is 2, we're having minus 3x is equal to 7 over 2. And therefore, our x, which is our value which we are looking for, is equal to minus 7 over 6. And that's the answer to this particular problem. Now let's look at this other one. Solution to this. We say again, we say let log 3 base 2 into 7. Let's use another variable this time. Let's equal to y. So we are going to evaluate this by changing it to indices. So we go this way and then we land this way. So we go this way, which means 27 is equal to y equal to 3. Now you can see this is an indices problem. Now we now change this to 27 is the same thing as 3 raised to the power of 3 and then equals to 3. So as usual, if our bases are the same, it means that we can equate the powers. Remember that this 3 has a power of 1. Hope we all know that. So which means our 3y is equal to 1, and therefore y is equal to 1 over 3. And that's the solution to that. Please remember to like this video, share it, and subscribe to this channel for more of videos like this.